Thank you for joining us. Today, the President of the USA has landed in the UK for emergency talks with Boris Johnson and the leader of the European Defence Agency, Joseph Borrell. This is following a leak from the French Secret Service that the EU has secretly developed a nuclear drone army. The drones are capable of destroying an area of land the size of Ireland with just 27 warheads. Mr. President, thank you for your time with us today. Firstly, congratulations on your first 3 years as President. You have your critics, but overall it's been a very productive term so far.
I think I can agree with that. I love doing it. I'm, thoroughly enjoying it. It's always a challenge, like life itself is a challenge, but it's something that I really love, and I think I've done a very good job at it.
Are you enjoying your time as President?
Well, it's a tough job, but I've had a lot of tough jobs. I've had things that were tougher.
This nuclear development by the EU is seen by the USA as a huge threat. At the moment, things in the UK seem calm, and we are currently in trade talks with the EU.
But massive warfare with millions, potentially millions of people being killed, that, as we would say, trumps trade.
Are you suggesting you foresee a European war?
I don't know. We'll see.
There's been reports of the new drones being tested right now in Ukraine. Joseph Borrell and the EDA seem committed to this testing.
I would not be happy. If he does a nuclear test, I will not be happy.
You last met Mr. Borrell in 2019. What's your opinion of him in charge of the European Army?
I really, have no comment on him. People are saying, is he sane? I have no idea.
But do you see him as a threat?
Obviously, he's a pretty smart cookie, but we have a situation that we just cannot let what's been going on for a long period of years continue.
So to clarify, in these talks, you'll be requesting a halt on the nuclear testing?
I would much prefer them not to do that, that's right.
Do you think they will listen?
You can never be sure of anything, can you?
I think most people in the UK are totally in the dark about the intention of the EU and the fact this army has actually been created in secret over the last 5 years. Are you planning military action?
I was all set to do it. In fact, I was going to do it today. I was going to do it as we're sitting here. I would have had to delay you. But they called up and they said, would you negotiate? And I said, yes, I will negotiate.
Do you think these meetings will get it sorted out?
I think things generally tend to go a little bit slower than you'd like them to go.
Italy and Greece are both enforcing conscription in the summer. Should the UK start this? Are things that serious?
You're not going to have to do it.
Some sources are saying that the USA and Russia are planning to take over Europe. Now the UK has pulled out of the EU and it's now a weak state. Is that a true story?
Of course it's a total phony story.
The New York Times also printed an article about it just yesterday.
Well, one of the things that I've learned is how dishonest the media is, really.
But we on this show also have information to release about this partnership.
We are not going to allow you to do it.
You're not going to allow us to release the news about Putin and how he suddenly invested over $1 trillion in his Air Force and is currently mobilizing ground troops.
But, your show is sometimes not exactly correct.
Mr. President, did the USA give Russia that $1 trillion?
Had nothing to do with us. Had nothing to do with this, and everyone knows it.
What would the outcome be for America if there was a European war?
We're going to have a very wealthy country again.
Mr. Trump, thank you for your time today. Hopefully you will be well aware this interview is totally fake. Its sole purpose is to show you how easy the media can and do manipulate things in order to sell us fear and make money. Don't believe everything you hear. Bye for now.